Good morning, students. Now, as you can see, this lecture, we are going to talk about in detail about contiguous memory location in fixed partitioning method and in dynamic partitioning method. In the last few lectures, I have given you a brief intro about memory allocation and the various types of memory allocation techniques applied by an operating system. I have given you a short intro about fixed partitioning and variable partitioning as well. So now we are going to talk in detail about both the types of memory allocation technique under contiguous memory allocation. Now to start with, as you can see on your screens, what is the need for multi-programming? The CPU can directly access main memory, we know that, registers and cache of the system. So the program always executes in the main memory. Many times in the past lectures, I've told you that for any program to execute or for any process to execute, it has to reside on the RAM itself, first of all. If it is a pre-saved program, so in that case, when I open up that program and I go for execution, the program or that process is fetched from the hard disk to the RAM. That is known as swapping. Swapping का concept हम लोग पहले भी discuss कर चुके हैं. The size of the main memory affects the degree of multi-programming to most of the extent. Means एक बार में एक RAM space पर कितनी program execute कर सकते हैं, वो इस बात पे depend करेगा कि हमारे RAM का size क्या है. पुराने systems like long ago we used to have a RAM space of 256 MB. Then came 1 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM. Nowadays, we are getting 4 GB RAM systems. That becomes a minimum requirement for the current softwares to be installed onto my system to run. And most, अगर आप थोड़े high-end system पे जाइए तो 8 GB RAM is being available. So because it is the size of the main memory which decides the degree of the multi-programming. If the size of the main memory is larger than CPU, can load more processes in the main memory at the same time, and therefore will increase the degree of multi-programming as well as CPU utilization. जितना ज़्यादा multi-programming होगी, उतना अच्छा CPU का utilization होगा. To explain this, I've given you this example. Just consider that. If suppose we have a process of size 4 MB and the main memory is also of the same size, means obviously multi-programming is not at all possible. ये दो लाइन से समझ में आ रहा है. हमारा process का size उतना ही बड़ा है जितना बड़ा मेरे पास RAM space है. तो हम अब इतने बड़े RAM space पे दो program तो नहीं execute कर सकते, तो एक ही चलेगा. तो uni-programming system पाइए. So the process can only reside in main memory at any time, and if the time for which the process does input-output is P, then the CPU utilization का formula है 1 minus P. जैसे let's say अगर हमारा input output time 70% है process का total life cycle का, तो CPU utilization क्या हो गया? 1 minus 70, that is 30%. तो हम लोग CPU का total capacity का सिर्फ 30% utilize कर पा रहे हैं. बाकी के 70% of the time जब प्रोसेस हमारा इनपुट आउटपुट में बिजी है, उतने टाइम के लिए हमारा सीपीयू इज व्हाट? सिटिंग आइडल. सो दैट इज वेस्टेज. तो टू ओवरकम दिस व्हाट वी डिड वाज वी इंक्रीज द मेमोरी साइज. लेट्स से हमने उसको 4 MB से बढ़ा के 8 MB कर दिया. तो नाउ द प्रोसेस साइज ऑफ 4 MB. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? अब वी कैन एग्जीक्यूट एटलीस्ट 2 प्रोसेसेस एट अ टाइम. एक बार में 2 प्रोसेस एग्जीक्यूट हो सकते हैं. So now 2 processes can reside in main memory at the same time. So let's say the time for each process to do input output is P. So P square हो जाएगा. Time spent on input output by both the processes. So 1 minus P square. Okay. So that is P. अगर वही 70% time हम दे रहे हैं into that CPU time I'm giving for this input output. तो CPU utilization आया 1 minus 0.49. That comes out to be 0.51. That is 51%, मतलब half of the time. तो पहले 30% utilization था, अब कम से कम half of the time CPU is busy. Half of the time he is idle. It is idle. So therefore we can state that CPU utilization will be increased if the memory gets increased. So this is sure. Now coming on to the next part, the earliest and the one of the simplest technique which can be used to load more than one process into the memory was fixed partitioning or contiguous memory allocation. Now in this technique, main memory, you divide it into partitions of equal और डिफरेंट साइजेस, मगर वो जो पार्टीशंस होंगे वो फिक्स्ड होंगे. चाहे तो आप अपने लाइक 8 MB है तो 8 MB का दो दो MB के 4 पार्टीशन में डिवाइड कर दीजिए, या आप 3 पार्टीशन बना दीजिए, दो दो पार्टीशन 3 3 MB के और बचा हुआ 2 MB का एक पार्टीशन, ऐसे कर सकते हैं. सो विच एवर वे यू वॉन्ट टू गो यू कैन गो. तो बट वो पार्टीशन एक बार डिसाइड कर दिए गए तो फिर वो शिफ्ट नहीं करेगी, right? Equal or different sizes, but they are static in nature, fixed. The operating system always resides in the first partition, while the other partitions can be used to store the user processes. The memory is assigned to the process in contiguous way. In fixed partitioning, the partition cannot overlap point A and point B. A process must be contiguously present in a partition for the execution. Now, next we'll look at the disadvantages of contiguous memory allocation in fixed partitioning technique. First disadvantage it talks about is internal fragmentation and external fragmentation is second. हम last lecture में भी इसके बारे में बात कर चुके हैं. Internal fragmentation says कि जब हमारे partition का size बड़ा है, let's say I have a 4 MB partition and the process residing inside is of 3 MB. तो 4 MB की स्पेस में 3 MB का प्रोसेस रिसाइड कर रहा है, तो बचा हुआ 1 MB क्या हो गया, वेस्ट हो गया. सो दैट इज इंटरनल फ्रैगमेंटेशन. आई रीड इट फॉर यू. इफ द साइज ऑफ द प्रोसेस इज लेसर than the total size of the partition, then some of the size of partition gets wasted and remains unused. This wastage of memory is called internal fragmentation. And shown in the image, I'll be showing it below. The 4 MB partition uses to load only 3 MB process. So in that case, the remaining 1 MB got wasted. So that was internal fragmentation. Now next is external fragmentation. The total number of unused space of various partitions cannot be used to load the process even though there is a space available, but not enough in contiguous form. मतलब हमारे हर पार्टीशन में कुछ कुछ स्पेस बाकी है, तो सम टोटल तो इतनी है कि हम एक नए प्रोसेस को अकोमोडेट कर सकते हैं, मगर क्योंकि वो बिखरी हुई है, एक जगह नहीं है, सो इट इज ऑफ नो यूज. दैट इज एक्सटर्नल फ्रैगमेंटेशन. That 1 MB space of each partition cannot be used as a unit to store 4 MB process, despite the fact that the sufficient space is available to load the process. Hence, process will not be loaded. तो ये दोनों internal external fragmentation समझने के लिए I'm just dragging it down through to this diagram that I have shown. Now in this diagram, it is visible to you. There are 4 processes in my system. Process 1, 2, 3, 4, each of 3 MB, and there is also a 5th process of 4 MB, right? तो 4 process 3 MB के और 5वां process 4 MB का है. 5 process है total हमारे पास. Now out of these 5 processes, the 4 processes have been loaded into the 4 partition 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively. Now since each process is of 3 MB and each partition is of 4 MB, तो बचा हुआ 1 MB in each of these partition gets wasted. It is vacant. It is unoccupied. So this results into internal fragmentation. Point A. Point B says अगर हम इन चारों को जोड़े तो we'll find that कि इसका total कितना आता है 4 MB, which is fit enough to load any process of 4 MB, which is process 5. But since all these 4 MBs are scattered throughout my user space, they are not available in contiguous memory allocation together. So hence the resultant would be it will program system will give me an error, insufficient RAM space. That is PS can't be executed even though there is a 4 MB space available but not contiguous. Okay. So now we'll get back to the point where we left after external fragmentation, since I hope it is clear to each one of you through this diagram. Now the third one disadvantage of fixed partitioning is limitation on the size of process. That is, if the process size is larger than the size of maximum sized partition. I said in the very beginning that in fixed partitioning method, you can have partitions of equal size which are fixed in nature, or you can have partitions of variable size, different sizes, but again they are fixed in like positions. They cannot move. These partitions cannot move. ओके तो अब अगर हमारे पास कोई ऐसा प्रोसेस आ जाता है जो कोई भी अवेलेबल पार्टीशन के साइज से बड़ा है, so that will limit my system to load that process. Okay, so it means that process cannot be loaded into the memory. Therefore, a limitation can be imposed on other process size, that it is cannot be larger than the size of the largest partition. So एक limitation है कि भाई मेरे पास 5 MB से बड़ा कोई partition नहीं है, तो अब 5 MB से बड़ा कोई process मेरे system पर load नहीं हो सकता. Okay, so that is a third disadvantage of fixed partitioning method. And of course, the fourth and the most important limitation is degree of multi-programming. In fixed partitioning method, अगर मैंने शुरुआत में अपने सिस्टम में 4 पार्टीशन बना रखे हैं, जैसे कि आपको इस डायग्राम में दिख रहे हैं, मेरे यूजर स्पेस में हमने 4 पार्टीशन बना रखे हैं, तो दिस मीन्स दैट कि अब हम 5वां प्रोग्राम या प्रोसेस लोड नहीं कर सकते. क्यों भाई? क्योंकि मेरे पास तो 4 पार्टीशन है. समथिंग लाइक अगर किसी रूम में 4 चेयर्स पड़ी हैं, तो अब उसमें 4 लोग ही बैठ सकते हैं, 5वां शख्स उसमें बैठ नहीं सकता. So that is the degree of multi-programming is limited. The degree of multi-programming, we simply mean that maximum number of processes that can be loaded into the memory at the same time. In fixed partitioning, the degree of multi-programming is fixed and very less due to the fact that the size of the partition cannot be varied according to the size of the processes involved. कई बार ऐसा भी देखा जाता है कि सपोज यहाँ तो इस एग्जाम्पल में हमने चारों प्रोसेस इक्वल साइज के लिए, हो सकता है आउट ऑफ दीज 4 processes any 2 processes are of the size of the partition, more than the size of the partition available. हो सकता है प्रोसेस 2 का साइज 7 हो सकता है प्रोसेस 4 का साइज 10 हो. तो अवेलेबल पार्टीशन वेकेंट होने के बावजूद प्रोसेस 2 and 4 could not have been loaded. Why? Because भाई हम पार्टीशंस को मर्ज करके एक बड़ा पार्टीशन क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते. Why? Because they are fixed in nature. ओके तो अब डिग्री ऑफ मल्टी प्रोग्रामिंग क्या होगी? क्योंकि 2 ही प्रोसेस 1 and 3 ऐसे थे जो मेरे साइज में फिट बैठ रहे थे, तो 2 लोड हो गए, 2 नहीं हुए. So why? Because we are dependent on the size of the partitions available. So it is compulsory for the processes to adhere to the size of the partition available. Hence, the degree of multi-programming is also compromised in case of fixed partitioning method. So I hope the fixed partitioning method of contiguous memory allocation is clear to all of you. I think that is enough for today in this video lecture. I was supposed to take up dynamic partitioning also, but I think it is better for you to have it in your live sessions with me. So for this video, let's keep it till fixed partitioning only. So thank you and bye.